In this 3D life and in this specific avatar, I was born a middle child, and growing up, I always felt not belonging in that family. I always felt that all of them were on one side and I was on the other side. When you are a child and you don't understand why this is happening, what's contributing to it, constantly find yourself being this outcast, this outsider. So, how it shaped up, it was when my mom and dad got divorced. It was a pretty emotional situation. And at the moment when he walked out, I was the one at home. My two other sisters were at the grandparents, and I witnessed her entire grieving moment. She was sobbing in the bathroom, and I was there with her, trying to comfort her. I was absolutely destroyed, and not only because they broke up, but he was my only connection to this entire family, which I understood later on. He was the pivotal person who was also a soul connection. He was the glue for me that held that together, and I pretty much never seen him again. Later on, I understood, of course, we all pre-selected each other and all agreed to this specific scenario to work out these specific karmic lessons. When you're little, you're looking for comfort and you're looking for home and for friends. I never had a home. At school, it was even worse because school was a complete prison where we were crazy abused. When my dad left, I wanted to go with him, and for whatever reason, my mom didn't let that happen. My entire childhood was one big place of criticism. She used to tell us, he left you for a different family, which solidified my feeling of not being worthy of the man who I loved and who loved me. And I was torn because of what my mom was going through and how things happened. Before their divorce, him and I were just like this. We had an incredible, very close, loving connection. And after that kind of fell apart, everything that I heard was her side of the story, which was a grieving, abandoned woman. I needed to channel my suffering, and I wanted to be that parent to somebody. So I poured all my parenting abilities and all my motherly love into my little sister. I did everything I could up until we were probably in our mid-20s to be an unconditional support so that she would feel that there was always someone there for her. For me, she was my baby. She was my baby, and my skills, my instinct, my motherly love all poured into her. And with her, we created a connection. So when my dad and mom got divorced, I always was on his side because of the love that I've experienced between him and I. And I could just never forget that, and I could never deny that. I was torn between these two people. I didn't have that closeness with her. We became kind of like opposition in this situation. I was constantly criticized that I loved my dad and that I was not as academically progressed as my older sister, for example, who was super over here. And they had an amazing connection between them. Probably because I went through this heartache, this loss, having no support growing up, I always want to be that for somebody else, to have that safety, because I didn't have that safety. She's never been my emotional support or somebody who I can confide in, have connection, have gentleness. Her words pierced my soul many times. I would take months to recover, and then I would come back to her again, seeking her friendship, and she would like, again. So I started learning my boundaries and my values and the role of friendship in my life and what friendship means and what kind of people I should let close. Incredible teacher. With her example of not being that person, she taught me who I am at my core. I remember when I already established my boundaries, there was one moment where I was still trying for us to be friends. She told me, straight like that. This requires a friend to listen to you. I am your mother. I am not your friend. And, and for me, that was like the last knife in my heart. And I was like, wow, okay. Then I sat with it. I understood that we are completely different people. For me, friendship is everything. For me, friendship is foundation of every relationship and every connection. So we are just different beings at the core, and there is no need to try to be the same being. Both of us can be respected. And that was easier for me to let go of the expectations. I moved into understanding of different variations of people, different perceptions. It's such a liberating process because you release yourself of trying to build closeness where it's not meant to be. I have very deep level of gratitude that she took upon herself to bring 3 children by herself. Deep respect for her intelligence. She's incredibly academically intelligent. And even though she had men who were interested in her, she was never able to trust another man again. And no matter how much I tried to get close to her, it never happened. So I learned to respect her for specific things. She was an incredible cook. She taught us to make herbal teas and the DNA, and I learned to appreciate what she had invested, the things that she had given, how much she had sacrificed, and respect and honor myself and understand that we don't need to have these specific traditional connections that people think everybody must have in society.